What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with Technical Solutions. Hope you guys are all having an amazing Wednesday. It is hump day today. I don't know why I even said that. All right, let's go ahead and get right back to trading. As you guys can see, I'm going to cover profits right now, right? I'm going to show you guys, you guys can see my P&L on the day, $358.20 and going up 376. We can see that it's approaching the top VWAP. It doesn't matter about why it is that I'm selling or anything like that. What I want to focus on, and I say this all the time, and I know I might be annoying some of you just because it's so repetitive, is why is it that I'm selling right now? There's a reason for why it is that I bought and for why it is that I sold, right? And I want to explain myself to each and every single one of you on what is it that I look for on a day trade to make sense of, like, wow, okay, it makes sense on why he sold there. It makes sense on why he bought there, right? There's a reason that you need to be doing. There's a reason behind everything that is that you should be doing, right? And if there's not, then that's an area of opportunity, right? We can see that there's buyers at 29.32, sellers at 29.37, right? So an approach that I'm going to take is, all right, buyers are pulling back. We can see that there's a slight pullback, and again, it's approaching the what's it called, the top VWAP indicator. So let me go ahead and close this out. Forget about how much money it is that I'm up right now, and I want to focus on the pattern. We can see that it's approaching the top VWAP indicator. It's becoming a little bit more on the overbought side, so not such a good deal. So therefore, the demand might not be so great. So therefore, we might see it start to break below the EMA and start to pull back. And that's not what we want to see, right? So what I'm going to do is, first of all, where is it that I got in, right? What was my entry? My initial entry, if I'm not mistaken, and I took it with the Learn Plan Profit Group, it's when it broke above the EMA. And it's when it broke above the middle VWAP. It was 28.70. Right? And then as it continued to show signs of an uptrend, I added 230 more shares to my position. So I was in originally with 250, and I shared it within the Learn Plan Profit Group. That's my private group that I work with every single morning that watches me trade live. So you can see right here under the trade idea section, I showed that, what is it, in an LB 250 shares, 28.37, I apologize. I thought it was 28.70. So it shows my position, 250 shares, 28.37, and it shows my P&L at the open, right? Great, 100%. It makes sense on why it is that I bought in at that price point. So 28.37 was right around this price point, right here, right as it broke above, and it really started to consolidate. I started seeing that it started to show signs of a reversal, and then once I started seeing it break above the EMA, then that's when I started to see, value for this reversal, right? What is it that I looked for to add more to my position? And as you can see, my average is at 28.56. I waited for the break above the middle VWAP, and that's exactly what I explained. So watch out for the resistance of the middle VWAP. LABD above middle VWAP, adding more to my position. Meaning that as it confirmed this uptrend pattern, it made sense that this was starting to show signs of an uptrend, right? It makes sense. So because of that, I added more to my position, another 230 shares. Does it mean that I had to? No, it just means that I like investing into something that is actively trending up, right? So with that being said, that is what led me and encouraged me to add more to my position. It pushed up, great. It got rejected by around $29. It pulled back. It consolidated right around $28.50, right? And then it pushed right back up again. And then it got, now we're at the top VWAP. Now I have to make sense of where is a good time to exit. First of all, and I explained this for all those that are part of Learn Plan Profit, the reason that I saw so much value in LABD is not just as a day trade, but as a swing trade because of how oversold it is, right? This is one that we traded a couple days ago, 2 days ago, when it broke above the EMA and hit highs of $30 from lows of 28. It bounced at the previous support, and it has all this margin to cover. It's a stock that's oversold. The swing trade potential is huge, and it's trying to actively trend up. It did hit highs of 30. It got rejected, and it pulled back. But if it consolidates, that's why I was so iffy if, I should day trade it or if I should swing trade it, and maybe I should wait to swing trade it until it breaks above $30. That would make sense. So LABD just broke below 29.20. So, it's pulling back a little bit right now, and that's 100% okay. But one thing that I want to make sure that you understand is what makes a stock a day trade or a swing trade. So I do see a lot of value in LABD as a swing trade, but right now we have a resistance at $30. So does it make sense? And again, this is my plan. And this is my plan. It doesn't have nothing to do with you. I just want to share it with you. It's actively trending up. And because it's actively trending up and it pulled back, I saw intraday potential for recovery because it's, in my eyes, it's like even if I end up having to hold this, because it's so oversold and the overall pattern is so consistent that eventually it will recover based on previous patterns. It's not a strong decaying, ETF. It's one that over time does end up recovering, and it's one that is currently actively trending up. It makes sense on why this would eventually cover. So although I'm treating it as a day trade, I have the idea in the back of my head that the risk is also so much less because of the swing trade potential. Does that make sense? Now, going into it, why is it and where is it that I would feel comfortable day trading it? And when would I feel comfortable swing trading it? Well, again, the resistance is at $30, and I bought back down here at around the average of $28.50. So it makes sense on why I would try to day trade it leading up to that $30 resistance. And then once we get that full-on confirmation that the candles are above $30, as well as the overall EMA as well. So when everything is trading and trending above the $30 price point, it would make sense then to swing trade it, because then I can capitalize on all this margin. And for the meanwhile, I can day trade as it consolidates between $28 and $30, and we capitalize on that margin intraday. But then when it has that consistent swing trade potential, right, as we've seen before, it needs to break this resistance level. And I don't want to hold something at 28, hit 30, pull back, hit 30, pull back, hit 30, pull back, when I could just buy at 28, 29, sell it at 30. Pulls back, buy at 28, 29, sell it at 30. Buy at 28, 29, sell it at 30. All day trades, and then when it breaks above 30 and the EMA is holding above 30 as well, then I can go in for a more consistent and solid swing trade. Does that make sense? I want to make sure that it makes sense to all of you guys. Does my plan make sense on, again, I'm trying to explain my thought process on why it is that, why it is that I plan on day trading it in comparison to swing trading it. So, does that make sense? Why do I want to call you Dong Money? What the? Or Shay? The heck is that? Because that's gonna be my new name. Oh. I see. I thought you were trying to call me Don G Money. I like it. Okay, Don G Money. I was like, Dong Money. Sounds a little different. Show us your portfolio. I already showed the profits already for the day. So I was up about 375, but it's pulling back a little bit intraday. So let's see. Yeah, and it's pulling back. I'm going to give it some time to consolidate. It's been doing this where it pushes up, breaks below, and then it catches, and then continues to push up. I think we could end up hitting highs of around 29.40 to maybe even highs of 29.80. So it'd be nice to even get like a full dollar profit for every share that I have. And on this pullback, if I start seeing it push back up again, then I can add more to my size as it confirms that uptrend pattern. So, oh, nice, okay. We gonna go live today? Yeah, Muhammad. So, guys, and for all those that don't follow me on Instagram, the link is down below. I'm going to, Muhammad, this was my idea. I want to go live on Instagram. I want you to ask and request to join to go live with me. And the questions that you have about the car that you want to purchase, because I know many others might have a similar question about buying and reselling cars. I want to answer your questions live while everyone else can see. And I'm going to be speaking to you over FaceTime through the Facebook Live. Does that make sense? So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to message you right after, and then we'll go live. Perfect. I wouldn't say that, Michael. What's up? These are one of these ones that I swing trade the most. So all these different ETFs, such as like DGAS, EGAS, JNUG, JDST, and they're the ones that we experience the most consistent success. What's going on, Lavina? Hey, Ricky, been busy with real estate. That's amazing to hear. I like swing trade better, 100%, and that's why some people need to wait for more of a solid confirmation before they enter their overall position. Hey, Ricky, in the Learn Plan Profit, do you get a chance to talk to you one-on-one with someone if you have questions? So we don't offer, like, we don't guarantee you any one-on-one calls, but I have done it before. Like if a person has like a really in-depth question and it's within my time of, you know, the morning, as in like from 7:30 is when I'm done with my call with my morning live chat with the Learn Plan Profit group. If it's in between that time and before lunch at around, like, you know, 12 o'clock, then I do sometimes jump on FaceTime video calls with through Discord with the members within Learn Plan Profit to answer the questions if they need a little bit more in-depth, you know, just breakdowns and stuff like that. But I don't guarantee, like, there's no guaranteed weekly video calls or anything like that. What we do guarantee you is the daily live video where you get to tune in live and watch me trade live, and you get to ask me questions live as well. I know, this is one that we actually talked about today. So DRN. So DRN pushed above $18 today. That's when our alert went off. Hit highs of 1870, pulled back, and it's showing signs of an uptrend pattern, just like we called out, right? Broke above the middle VWAP, pushing up, pulling back a little bit. I'd watch for maybe a better entry around $18. But just know that since DRN is a pretty low cap stock, when it does pull back, sometimes it doesn't pull back, as nicely to the EMA line. So we might not actually see it hit lows of $18. So yeah, but yeah, that's really just it. All right, guys. I don't want to take too much of your guys' time. Just wanted to quickly cover one of my day trades today and what it is that I plan to sell. So my overall plan for LABD, I'm going to set my alerts right here. So it's starting to pick back up again. And that's what we want to see. I'm going to set my alert for when it breaks above 29.15. All right, so then I can get alerted. I'll get my limit order ready to sell, and I'm going to be selling anywhere from around 29.30 to 29.40. After that, I'll exit. And again, the reason for my exit at around that price point will be due to the understanding that is near to the top VWAP, and just based on previous resistance levels as of yesterday, that makes sense why I would, why there would be a previous resistance level today at around that price point. So I want to thank you guys again so much for your time and for everything that is that you guys do. It's been a pretty slow morning. It's been a pretty slow week, honestly. Monday was a great start, a little bit over $1,000. Yesterday, I didn't trade at all, and today, I think I can close a little bit over $300. And yeah, but it's hopefully I can still end up achieving my goal of like 2,000 to 2,500, on a weekly basis. But I'm definitely not going to force it. So if I end up closing the week at like 1,300, 1,500, something like that, then I'm going to keep it simple, and I'm just going to prepare for the next week to make sure that we have even a better week and have better setups. So that is really just it. I want to thank you guys again for everything it is that you guys do. Continue working hard, continue following your dreams. Let your passion be what drives you in your success. Let's keep it simple. Let's focus on quality trades. Let's forget about what everyone else is telling you to trade. If you don't understand it, simply don't trade it. That's one of the best positions that you can take, not taking one at all, especially when someone is trying to tell you what to do. When it comes down to trading, that's not how it works, and you should only do what you feel comfortable doing. So yeah, that is really just it. And again, I'm going to be purchasing a new car today, and it's going to be somewhat of a higher-end sports car. It's actually, all I can say is if you guys don't follow me on Instagram already, you might want to, just so you guys can see the new pickup. And it's obviously going to be a flip, one that I'm going to buy and resell for a profit. And then we're going to reveal another car. This one's more of an exotic car that we bought about last week that we're going to be selling for a profit. So 2 new cars that we're going to be adding to the house. And then we're actually checking out we're making an offer on the property that we checked out yesterday. So the whole, because I own this house and I own that house next door, we're all going to be moving in together, all in one house with like 15 cars. It's going to be super cool. So be sure to subscribe if you guys aren't already. Guys, thank you guys again for everything that you guys do. And if you guys want to watch me trade live and work with me on a daily basis, dedicate 30 seconds, click that first link in the description, and learn a little bit more about how me and the Learn Plan Profit community are absolutely killing it every single day in the market. So thank you guys again. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy.